had a chant that went on in the post-game locker room, post-game in the locker room in support of their owner who was putting the team up for sale, Jerry Richardson. So take a look at this and then we'll discuss.
All right, do me a favor, Mr. Richardson on three. 1, 2, 3, Mr. Richardson.
Okay, so it was very quick. We could only show a few moments of it. However, considering the circumstances and how Jerry Richardson is putting up the team, and he put up the team within a day, if not 2 days, after the settlements that he had with former Carolina Panthers associates. He put the team up for sale after these settlements came out via Sports Illustrated. Is this something that Ron Rivera should do and something that Cam Newton should do, knowing that their owner is not only putting the team up for sale, but is in deep shit because that is the sole reason he's putting the team up for sale?
Right.
Rick, you can say shit on here?
Oh, yeah.
Well, dang, I didn't
Dude,
know
I can
that.
fucking say shit all I want, man.
I'm just saying, you couldn't say this on the other station.
No, definitely not.
I'm just trying to make sure I know what's going on. I didn't know this was cable. But,
this is not cable.
I'm just messing with you. But, I don't know, man. I got mixed. I know Chico, man. And Chico, man, doing this kind of, and when I say Chico, I mean Ron Rivera.
Yes.
That's his nickname. But Jerry has been very supportive of Ron, of Chico. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think about it. Nobody, how many jobs did he come up for beforehand? And he was the first one to give him a gig. So I think in that case, he's looking like he wants to be a loyal friend to a guy who, when nobody else, when Ron Rivera just got pushed out of Chicago a few years, and then he was the defense coordinator in San Diego. I think it was a lot out there, and nobody really wanted to pull the trigger on giving him a job. And this is a job that turned out to be quite frankly a good job. So I think he wanted to be just a loyal friend to him at the time. Everybody has that racist friend out there they know is racist, or everybody has that friend out there they know is a perv. So I think you just at some point you got to be a friend, and he probably needed that friend to be that hand. I think as far as Cam is concerned, I think Cam don't need to because he's Cam. He's not going anywhere. The people who's buying that franchise, they're buying that franchise because Cam is the quarterback. He's buying that franchise because Ron Rivera is the coach. Right now, without those two being there, that franchise wouldn't be worth half of what it's worth. So I think, they don't have to, but I think they're doing it just because they're being, I guess, cool.
Right. Now, just playing devil's advocate here, do you think there was another way that Chico could have demonstrated his support to his friend as opposed to using the team to say a chant like that? Because, there's a lot after Richardson sold the team, a lot of allegations started coming through with a lot of things that he would address to women with. So for example, like on Jean Day, he would ask them to turn around so he could get a better view of their backside. And list goes on, show me how you wiggle to get those jeans up. Just really awkward things. And I understand that you said, we all have, a friend that's somewhat a perv and somewhat racist. But was there another way that Chico could have showed his support as opposed to somebody who's, these allegations go on, and SportsCenter has already confirmed or there's allegations at least that they've paid off 4 women to keep quiet who have been a part of these assaults, I guess, or not assaults, but just like these really negative, uncomfortable statements.
Here's the thing: is I think in today's society, a lot of people are uncomfortable with a lot of things. And I think they definitely have a right to be uncomfortable. I think you got to also look at it as this an old geezer. You know what I mean? Like, this is an old guy. Like, we got a couple young ladies in the thing. And is it right? No, it's far from right. But if we go back, let's go back to the 90s. Let's go back to the early 2000s. How many guys will get that same sexual harassment charge? How many girls, let's go drunk girls, when you go in the club and one of them girls grab on your ass while you walk through, like, oh, I see you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, how many? Like, I think it's a fine line, and it should never go on in the workplace for one. But I think, you know what? It's happened. It's over with. He paid his I don't want to say he paid, you know, he paid his costs. You know what I mean? Like,
oh no, he didn't. Come on, Trav. He bought it for like $200 million, and he's selling for like well over $1 billion. He's actually not paying anything.
But here's what I'm saying is, if he paid his costs, as far as I'm concerned, when the girls asked for what they asked for, and he gave it to them. I mean, if they wanted more, they should have asked for more.
Wait, what do you mean?
Because I think like you said he paid. How many payouts has he made?
SportsCenter paid for 4 women to keep quiet after those revelations.
Hold on, SportsCenter.
No, Jerry Richardson did. Jerry
Richardson through SportsCenter.
Yeah,
okay, so SportsCenter reported it. SI had the first dibs on the story. They broke it. But what he did was he had them sign
he paid hush money and non-disclosures, NDAs and stuff like that.
Yes, completely.
Yeah, so I mean, of course, and my thing is, how much did they get paid? You know, is for me, if I get a billionaire woman that say, "Hey, Big Daddy, show me how you put them jeans on for $2 million," I'm gonna let her. I'm gonna make these harassing statements.
That's unfair, though.
No,
that's unfair. That's unfair because
this is also a world that we don't know, Travis. Like, women have been subjected throughout the workplace and also in their everyday lives. Like, we can't walk a mile in Denise's shoes with how she's subjected every single day to pervy men.
I would never want to be in Denise's shoes. For one, pumps won't look good on me, or sneakers. She's a sneaker girl, you know. But at the same time, it's, you know what, and it's some people out there that don't understand the workplace. Don't understand what's appropriate, what's not appropriate.
Like Jerry Richardson.
Jerry Richardson is one of those guys, but he's also a guy who, I mean, if you're a billionaire, there's no way you're supposed to ever have the issues of either talking to women or trying to get women. Or in your workplace, if you know you have a problem, why do you have all these young girls in here because you have a problem? Like, step away from that. You know what I mean? Like, you can't have a locker room mentality on the 3rd floor of an actual corporation. You can't have that. There's a reason why there's not too many women that work on the bottom floor in NFL franchises. Like, as far as the training room, the support staff, you don't have a bunch of women because guess what? Guys are pervs. 90% of them. You know what I mean? And not, especially in that locker room and in that atmosphere, it's a different culture. So you don't allow, or I wouldn't say allow, but you don't normally hire those women in those positions. But upstairs, you got to know this is a real workplace.
Right.
You can't have that go on upstairs. But at the same time, I don't know, man. I don't know if he touched him. I don't know the full story to speak on it per se. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm like,
here's the thing. Let me stop you there. There was something that he did, and when JR and I covered this, I think it was last week, it reminded me of a routine that Charlie Rose would have and Harvey Weinstein would have. He would invite these younger, attractive women into his car, and he would always do, again, there's a pattern with every single guy that has gotten in trouble, and he would do the seatbelt maneuver, where he would be like, "Oh, let me get that for you, hon," and he would reach over, and he would touch their breasts and grab the seatbelt and then touch their breasts on the way back. Like, that is something that he did.
And that for one is disgusting. For one.
Yeah, completely.
I mean, because that to me is like, what? If you're a billionaire, find you a hooker, pay for it. Why are you sitting there like why do you want these unwanted advances? Like, nobody want to look at them old balls, man. Nobody want no jello out of seeing no fools like that. Like, chill out.